Hi there, my name's Adam Latek, and I'm going to be here to talk to you today about our call center Gemba board. Up here we've got our KPIs, which stands for Key Performance Indicators. They're just individual metrics that we're trying to track to see how we're doing on those individual goals. Each one of those goals falls into a category. Here we have delivery, productivity, and quality. Those are the categories that we're using. Other categories that we may use in the future include safety and cost. So let's take a look at these individual little sheets and see how we use them. So first, here in the left-hand corner, we see the specific goal that we're trying to track for that metric. That way it's easy at a glance, you can just take a look up. Next, right here, kind of the main, most visible part, we have our D or P or Q or S or C, depending on what our category is. But inside our letter, it's broken down with 31 little individual boxes, each representing a day of the month. For every day of the month that we are meeting the goal that we've set for ourselves, we fill the box in green. For the days of the month that we fail to meet the goal, we fill it in red, and for days when we just don't have the statistics that we're looking for, we fill those in blue. Related to that, let's come down here to this lower part of the page. This lets us see how we've been doing in our metric over time, the entire time that we've had it there. So you see these first few months, January through June, are in blue because we weren't tracking anything. Here in July is the first month that we ended up tracking this particular goal, and in that one, we were in the red the majority of the time. We did not make our goal. In August, that flipped. We made our goal the majority of the time, so we filled August in green here, and as you can see now, September is highlighted, which is the month that we're in at the time of this recording. So that is pretty much how the top row works. I'm going to turn it over to our friends to show us the subsequent sections.
Hi, I'm Caitlin, and I'll be going over our next component of our Gemba board. So here we have our line graphs, which indicate our daily reportings for our metrics. Here we have horizontal green lines indicating what our goals are, and the lines just pretty much indicate where we are, where we're meeting, where we're not for the month. The vertical red lines indicate where we have made a change, and then everywhere the lines that you see after that are where we are reporting to see if it is impacting us positively.
Hi, I'm Lakin, and I'll be presenting the third component of our KPI board today. This bottom row here is our Pareto charts. They list the reasons as to why we did not meet our metric for that day. Any day that we are in the red, we will list the reasons as to why. The reasons that have the most occurrences will help us create a 5 why, which will then help us determine the root cause for that issue. Once we determine that root cause, we will then create an action plan, which will help us improve that problem.
All right, now we'd like to talk to you a little bit about how our daily Gemba presentation works here in the call center. Every day at 10:22, a group of senior leaders walk up here, creatively named the Walkers, and we go ahead and give our presentation to them. Now, the training in the call center is a little bit unique in that it's a 6-week training process where someone is a scribe for 2 weeks, then a mentee for 2 weeks, and finally the presenter for 2 weeks. So right now, we're going to show you a mock presentation of our Gemba board. All right, so the way these Gemba presentations usually begin is that we go around the group and introduce ourselves, but since there are no walkers here, since it's a mock presentation, I'm just gonna go right into the presentation today. My name's Adam, I'll be your presenter, of course. So, our first metric is no more than 5 calls escalated to a supervisor in the call center. We had 9 calls escalated to a supervisor yesterday. 9 is more than 5, that puts us in the red. Main reason for that, we get from our Pareto chart, is that the callers were often dissatisfied with the charges. Next goal, 95% of customer service associates meet daily calls per hour goal. We are at 91%. For those of you keeping score at home, 91 is below 95, putting us in the red. There were extended break times yesterday, which is what led to that. Our third metric, no more than 30% of calls QA daily were not offered a survey. We were in the blue for that because we did not get statistics on that one. Next, hardened net bad debt percentage of gross patient revenue to be 3.5% or lower. We're in the red on that. On our very first day of reporting on that, agency cash collection was down. So what are we gonna do? And our final metric, to have no more than 3% of POI letters needing to be corrected each day. Yesterday we had 11%, again with the numbers, 11 greater than 3. Unfortunately, that does put us in the red. Main reason for that is that we were missing information. Any questions?